Warning. The following video contains content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil anything and everything, so there's that. Oh, and one more thing. Drop the bass.
Hello everybody in the internet world, welcome to the AniCast Project episode 5. Woo, 5. Yeah, that's right.
Can't believe it's been a month already. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean we've been good about getting episodes out for the most part.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, episode 5, and joining me today I have PieLord.
Hello, y'all.
I have Steve.
Hiya.
I have Snagret.
Hi.
I have Andrew.
Hi.
And I'm MrBling, and let's get things kicked off with what has everybody been watching? Let's start with Steve.
Oh, me.
Yes, you.
Let's see. What have I been watching? I've been watching a few things lately. Let's see. I watched Achi Kochi last weekend, and I've got not much to say about that because it doesn't have much to say about anything ever. Like episode 10 is fabulous, and if you want a good laugh, watch episode 10. But you don't need any other episode to watch because it's pointless. It's totally pointless.
I've only seen episode 1 and I couldn't really get into it.
It's because nothing happens.
Yeah.
Like, there's no development, ever, at all. It gives you this illusion of it, and then at the end you just realize, wait, status quo has stayed the same all fucking year.
All fucking year.
Yeah.
This shit.
But
And then I started watching Magi, which was surprisingly much better than I thought it would be. And yet I still have to finish it because I'm just worried about getting caught in the middle of an arc and then having to wait for the second season to finish.
Yeah.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the dub.
Yeah, that comes out in like January or so.
Yeah.
But it's DVD
And
only, and
from
that's
from what I've seen, it's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning to watch Btooom dubbed, just so I can see how much of a god-awful dub it is, or a train wreck it is, because it's a by Sentai. I'm not expecting much. I'm hoping it's good, but it's Sentai.
The director.
I can't. Yeah, Stephen
That just
Foster.
makes it even better. Wink,
They have
wink.
a good voice cast too, and that sucks. Stephen Foster, fuck you.
Anything else, Steven? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I've just been otherwise just rewatching things, but not really anything of importance, so pass.
Okay. How about you, Snagret?
I've watched the Berserk movies. Yesterday I watched those.
The first and second one?
All
yeah,
three,
and
actually.
The third one.
I was there while it happened. Well, not there,
Yeah.
but I was being informed as it was happening.
Yeah. Other than those movies, I've watched Psychic School Wars, which is another one, and The Garden of Words.
Oh, I like Psychic School Wars. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I watched it in 2 sittings. And it
Wait,
sort
did
of-
you say Psychic School Wars or Psychic Wars?
It's like School Wars.
Okay, because
Yeah.
there's an anime called Psychic Wars.
Yeah, this is Psychic School Wars. The the title I think was Netawata Gakuen or whatever.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, the animation is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I
It
liked it.
just
Look,
looks so good.
Who's it animated by?
I don't know, but it's a movie, so
Yeah, I have it on my plan to watch because I saw Snagret watching it. And it looked interesting.
it's heavy melodrama though.
I
Like,
love
heavy.
K-dramas, so...
Anything else?
yeah, I started watching Great Teacher Onizuka. Watched 4 episodes of that.
Oh my god. What do you think of
pretty
it?
good. It's
Yeah, it is.
good.
Like,
Onizuka's
that's just such a good show just to chill and have a good laugh. At least I think.
I reckon I would like to have Onizuka as a
It is
teacher.
animated by Sunrise Studio 8.
Psychic School Wars.
Yes.
And then other than those two, I watched Hyouka.
That's a good one.
The very
Yeah.
underrated Hyouka.
Watched 7 episodes so far. I'm liking it. That's pretty much all I've watched, really.
Hyouka
Awesome.
Magica.
Awesome. I think that leaves us to BPL.
Well, I'm pretty
Hello.
sure you all know that I was watching Hunter x Hunter for a while, but then I finally caught up, and I didn't know what to watch. So I started Baccano, and so far it's pretty good.
Dubbed, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either way, it's really good. So
Yeah, but the dub makes it just so much
Yeah.
better because the accents are so spot on most of the time.
I
There's
couldn't
one I didn't like.
I couldn't see it subbed. The whole time, I kind of forgot it was an anime. Well, not exactly. I kind of forgot that it was made in Japan until the ending credits where like it started like singing in Japanese, and I'm like, oh wait, oh yeah, this is Japanese. That's weird. And yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I could watch it subbed anyway.
I couldn't, personally.
But yeah, it's pretty neat so far. 3 episodes in. So yeah.
Oh, 3 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just decided to start playing Pokemon again because I caught me a Ditto. So yeah.
And what did you name your Ditto?
5x5 lave. So sex slave. Pretty much. Because it wouldn't let me name it otherwise. Which now that I think about it, I don't know what's gonna let me do with my other Ditto. Because once like the whole like Pokemon God damn it, Steve. Once the whole like Pokemon storage system thing comes up, I wonder if they're gonna let me transfer my other Ditto over because that one's properly named Sex Slave because they actually let me do it in the last game.
I hope so.
would it actually force you to change the name?
I don't know. It might say like you can't transfer it over. The name's inappropriate.
Now, is that something new they did? Because I know people like would name like.
Yeah,
Metapods,
that's
like-
that's a new thing.
Oh, is that so stupid?
You don't know how
Just take.
pissed off I was like the whole time when you get your friends get to nickname you something. That's when I first found it out because I was just like trying to make them like call me something inappropriate, and they just wouldn't let me. So I still managed to get to make it racist though, because I'm Mexican and I made them call me Brownie, but otherwise they wouldn't call me anything else.
Brownie.
So it's just
Brony.
they just like yell Brownie from like across the screen whenever they like see me or something. Brownie, let's have a fight. And then I annihilate them, and then they're all sad, and they still call me Brownie. It's funny. So yeah,
So you been watching anything else notable?
that's what I've been doing. No, I haven't even really caught up on the airing anime. I don't know. I just haven't
Oh,
been
yeah,
doing
you-
much. Hunter x Hunter kind of just took everything out of me once I caught up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's a strong commitment.
I'm kind of just like involved in Hunter x Hunter at the moment. 'Cause that
Okay.
is great.
All right.
Bling.
Yes, me. Haven't really been watching much besides the airing shows, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm watching 10 plus airing shows. The only thing I completed in the span was I completed the first season of Clannad, and it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Looking forward to After Story. I will say it made me cry more than the other key Kyoto Annie works, so
Hmm.
that's interesting
Hmm.
in itself.
Yes.
But the ending was just kind of so-so. And as far as the girls, like I felt like I felt nothing when the twins and Tomoyo were rejected.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Rejected.
and to add on that, I also saw the extra episode, the Tomoyo alternate story, and that's an interesting story. That's an interesting one because I feel like had it not been attached to the Clannad franchise, it would have been a pretty good story. But it was just so weird not seeing anyone else but just Tomoyo and Tomoya.
Yeah. I like that
So,
OVA a lot because I like Tomoyo a lot.
well, I gave it a 7 out of 10, but just it was just so bizarre. But story-wise, it was great. I don't know, but that's just me. Looking forward to After Story above all, and that'll about do it for me. So, Andrew, what? You saved the best for last, apparently.
Okay, so I actually watched and finished. I marathoned a little anime. Cloud may know it. He's not here because me and him would just go on a tangent about it. But see the Money and Soul of Possibility Control.
That was a good one.
I know. I liked it a lot.
I remember you mentioning that
I
during the last.
kind of wanted maybe another episode. Kind of feel like 11 was a little rushed. I'm not totally sure about how I feel on it. It was really good. OP's awesome.
It's only 11 episodes.
Yeah, the OP's awesome. The animation is also awesome. Dub was semi-good, I guess. Yeah. But I've also been watching Aquarion EVOL.
Which is the best anime ever.
It is freaking glorious. Oh my god. Like, a vagina that leads to another Justin Bieber. But Aquarion EVOL is freaking glorious. It's beautifully animated. I love the animation. It is so colorful. My eyes have like changed colors because of it. Like
Interesting.
the color scheme is like red, blue, green, yellow, and purple. So it's pretty much like every color of the rainbow, pretty much. And it's very interesting for an anime. I've only watched the first half of it. I need to watch the second half, but sadly, Funimation needs to get off their ass and release the second half already. First half hasn't even been released on DVD yet. December.
Yeah, 'cause I was looking around for that, and I couldn't
December
find it.
3rd.
Release is December 3rd. So
Yes, but they
Buy
haven't
it.
announced anything
Just
about the second.
Buy it so that we can get them to release the second half faster.
Yeah, I want it now. I need the second half now, but I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to wait about 2 months before I get the second half. I'm gonna finish up SAO once the dub is finished getting released. I think it's released on the 22nd of November. So
Oh,
hopefully,
yeah, I also started the Fairy Dance arc yesterday.
oh, fairy dance arc.
Uh,
Do you see what I mean by like really bad?
well, it's only the first episode in, so just that dude fondling Asuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, that's just what the fuck. One interesting thing though is that I remember people talking about how annoying the Japanese VA was, towards the
Mhm.
end. Kayama! But they got Todd Habercorn to play him in English, so probably won't be that different. I like him, but he can be a little annoying sometimes.
Yeah. What else? Oh, freaking Golden Time.
Don't spoil episode 7. I have yet to watch it.
Episode 7. Oh my god.
It's something.
6
It
was
is-
already something.
6, 7, they're all oh my god, Steven. A mopey zoo lion vomiting my genitals.
To
But
clarify for you listeners, Steven is showing us little Cards Against Humanity cards because we're on video chat. It's throwing some of us off at times.
yeah, but Golden Time is episode 7 is definitely something kind of it's really good. Golden Time. I think it's one of the strongest animes of the season. It's one of the most enjoyable, and it's one that I feel like the episodes are long. Like there's some animes where I'm like the episodes are long and I don't want them to feel long, or they feel long and I don't want them to feel long. They feel long and I want them to feel longer. And then there's some that feel short that I want to feel longer, or feel short and I want it to feel short.
It feels like you just want to marathon the whole damn thing.
Yeah, that's my one problem with Golden Time, and also Infinite Stratos 2. I really want to marathon. I want to marathon Infinite Stratos 2 just to get it over with.
And because there's nothing in it.
Well,
There's so little substance that you just want to get
Yeah.
it all in one sitting.
They finally decided to develop the relationship between Ichika and Hoki. They spent the entire first half of this newest episode doing that. Yeah. But then the second half was just kind of, I want this to be over. Kill. Meh. Episode 7 was meh.
I don't know what to think after 7.
It's starting to really get on my nerves. Especially since apparently it's 26 or 24 episodes.
I'm hoping, as far as my disinterest in 7, that was just the plot for that episode alone. But
the one redeeming factor was the fight at the end. I freaking laughed and laughed and laughed. And I'm sad to say this, but Noucome, my mental choices, has been slowly getting less funny. Sadly, it's still funny, but I mean, it's not as strong as the first episode is, and it's not as strong as I wanted it to be. So, all that stuff, and
it's
what
been
else?
over in a month. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Also, I've been watching Ace of the Diamond. It is so shonen-y. It's not even. I don't even think it's classified as a
just to clarify,
shonen.
did you say shonen or shitty?
Shonen. It's
Okay.
not bad. I like it, but it is classified as a shonen, and you can tell because like the themes are like, my friends did this for me, and I need to do this for my friends. I'm playing baseball for my friends, and I'm trying to get to the nationals so that I can support my friends, and it's really shonen like, and the main character is definitely one of those shonen protagonists where he just basically just randomly gets stronger just by screaming.
Screaming in a baseball game?
Screaming in a baseball game. He's like, come on, we can do this, we can win.
The power of screaming.
What else? Oh,
Yelling
one
at
last
the
thing.
pitcher, come on, hit me!
One last thing. Log Horizon. Oh my god, Moe Ninja gets more Moe. For like the 2 minutes that she's in
As if
episode.
that's possible.
It is possible. Moe Ninja can get more Moe.
She's so cute. I
Oh
feel
my
so
god.
embarrassed for saying that, but I
She's
can't.
so freaking adorable. Oh my god. And she's awesome as well. But yeah, they built on that stuff, and Shiro is so badass.
No, we kind of already knew that, but
More
He
badass than the beater himself.
Yeah, he is so badass because he did all this mental stuff. He's like, now it's time. He's doing all this planning, and he's like, now it's time to initiate plan 2. And it's just a shot of him with his glasses with this kind of like smirky look. They even called him a villain in this episode. they're like, you should call yourself Mr. Supervillain or something like that. And the next episode is going to be named something like the Glasses Supervillain or something like that. I'm not sure what it's going to be called. But yeah, that
Glasses supervillain.
yeah, he's an awesome character.
You sure you're not thinking about Beyond the Boundary?
I have not been watching Beyond the Boundary. It has been on my on hold list.
I don't blame you.
Ever since episode 2, it's been on my on hold list, as well as all the Funimation shows. Pretty much. They really got shafted this season.
I think they got shafted last season too. Besides Titan, besides Titan.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was the spring, wasn't it?
That was the spring.
Yeah, they did get shafted because all they had last season was like the only thing I can think of was Danganronpa.
High School DxD new.
Oh, okay, well, that's a guaranteed moneymaker because of all the moneymakers in that show.
Guaranteed moneymakers because of all the moneymakers. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's what I've been watching.
All right, thank you for that. So let's get into our main topic, which is gateway anime.
Oh God, I've been neglecting that.
Where we share stories about basically what got us into anime, whether we truly think that is a gateway, and well, basically what we think now would be a good gateway anime. So let's start with Snagret because he's been real quiet.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I reckon my gateway anime was the Ghibli films, like My Neighbor Totoro and stuff like that. And then over that, I watched loads of Naruto and then Death Note. That's basically what got me into anime. I think.
What about you, PieLord?
Okay, let's see. Well, I started off watching Dragon Ball Naruto. Watched them as a kid, and then I stopped watching it. And then a couple years later, 2 years ago, no, 1 year, last year, just last year, my school had an anime club, and me and my friends were like, "Oh, dude, we've watched like some anime, right? Why don't we go check this out?" Because I think my friend used to watch what was it called? The Detective Conan, right?
Conan?
Yeah. Hey, what's the full name? Is it just Detective Conan?
Case Closed.
Case Closed, yeah. Sorry. And so he watched like Case Closed, and he really liked that. And I watched like Naruto and Dragon Ball. So we're like, oh, we know what anime is. Let's go watch some anime. And then we ended up leaving after like a couple weeks of that. But I started watching Soul Eater, and then after watching Soul Eater, I didn't really have the need to watch more anime for some reason. I just wanted to see if there was more Soul Eater, and I couldn't find any because there isn't more. And then 1 year from then, I stumbled upon this little thing you might recognize called Attack on Titan. It's pretty small. You've probably never heard of it.
Steven's never heard of it.
And I'm just like,
no, I've watched episode 1. I've seen episode 1.
and I'm like, oh, holy shit!
And that's it.
This is good. And then after catching up like to episode 13 of that, I wanted to watch more. So then I watched Sword Art Online, and then other stuff, and now we're here. So I guess my true gateway anime would have to be technically Attack on Titan. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's interesting. I mean, well, actually, I guess it's not because technically you are one of the younger ones here.
Technically. And somebody's ringing at my doorbell, so I'll be right back.
All right. Keep recording.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to ask him something about that after that. So I guess while he's gone, though, we'll transition on to Steven.
Okay. Mine's a little long, so yeah. because I'm the oldest one, at least in this call, and I grew up in the '90s watching, starting off with Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, and then eventually getting to see stuff like Card Captors, the English one that I didn't realize was not properly
Shit.
done. Well, I liked the Japanese version when I watched it again when I got back into anime, but that's totally different. Um, and anyway, I perfectly well knew what anime was by the time all of my other classmates started getting into anime. At which point, I decided that I would not get into anime, and I would not care about all of them obsessing over Inuyasha and things of that nature, and Ranma One Half and things like that. And so it actually took me a while after giving up anime because going Yu-Gi-Oh, Deus Ex Machina, every couple episodes, Dragon Ball Z, they never stopped getting stronger. Um, I gave up anime until I was 20. At which point I was recommended after finding out that I was liked Asian dramas. They were like, you know what? Why don't you just watch this anime I know of called Nodame Cantabile? And I watched it, and I loved it, and I still didn't keep watching anime. Uh, until a couple years later when I realized, hey, I'm running out of good dramas to watch. I'm gonna watch anime, and so I started looking for other romantic comedy animes other than Nodame, which I had watched like 4 or 5 times by then.
Jeez.
So my gateway is definitely Nodame Cantabile for me.
That is probably the most random gateway I've ever heard, because I'd never even heard of that until I met you.
Oh, I don't know. Mine is pretty random as well.
Wait,
We'll get to you.
Before-
Is that it?
before we move on,
That's largely it. I mean, it was mostly rom-coms and ecchi shows after that, because the ecchis happen to have
Ecchi.
the romance subgenre on them, right? And I was just
Yes.
like, I want more romance shows. So I went after those,
Ecchi
and
is
then
very
I
known for
started
its
watching
romance.
it. Yeah, well, I didn't know that at the time, so I ended up watching a lot of shows that ended up actually being pretty bad, but I somehow was able to enjoy them because I had no experience with anime whatsoever. But then once I watched the
PieLord.
good shows, now I can't watch them again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, a really quick,
You want to say something real quick?
no, I need to add. I think Attack on Titan is a good gateway anime because shortly after starting Attack on Titan, I went up to one of my friends and I'm like, "Yo, you gotta watch this. This is good stuff." And then he watched Attack on Titan. We got together to watch like episode 17 together. I don't know, just because I had a Crunchyroll membership and he didn't, so he just I got him to watch that with me. And then I kind of just like force fed him the good anime that I knew of at the time because I was still kind of new. So most people say that it's not good to like start off with like the better anime because then they're gonna like want more of that and they're gonna be kind of disappointed if they don't get it. But I've showed him so far. He's watched Attack on Titan, Fate Zero, and recently he I might have gotten him to watch Gurren Lagann because I
Gurren
recommended
Lagann's a good one.
I recommended it to him a while ago, and then at school he's just like, so how long is Gurren Lagann? I'm like, oh, it's like 27. He's like, oh, okay. So he's interested, and slowly he's started to look for anime himself. So I think I've
Fate
trained
Zero's
my
a
baby
rough
how to
one,
walk.
though. Fate Zero's a rough one though because you want to watch Stay Night first. Because I made the mistake of
No, you
watching
don't.
Zero. I made the mistake of watching Zero first,
I watched
and
Zero
I was
first also.
very indifferent to the entire show. I'm still
That is a
indifferent to
huge
the
mistake.
entire show,
Hmm.
but I still appreciate the writing because Fate Stay Night's writing is horrible in comparison.
Ufotable. Redo.
What can I say? I'm not a total.
They're
Titan
going to do
fanboy.
right to the series. Genrobuchi. Before we move on to the next person, I wanted PieLord. You mentioned Soul Eater earlier. I wanted to ask, did you what do you think about the Soul Eater spin-off manga getting an anime now?
I don't know.
Did you not hear about that?
Yeah, I know that's happening. But,
Oh.
I guess...
Because I was surprised,
I guess
honestly.
I'm kind of excited.
I want to
don't
see
know.
it, but I was really surprised.
I didn't know that was a thing until, like, I was at Barnes & Noble one day, and then I saw Soul Eater in, like, the manga section, and then I saw, like, right next to it, Soul Eater Nah. I'm like, what's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it. Because Soul Eater was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Soul Eater.
Neither have I.
It's a pretty good show. The first 26 episodes are pretty awesome. The second half, it differs from the manga pretty heavily because it was starting to catch up with it. So
I liked the second half even. It's just those like last couple episodes were just really bad. They just like decided to like shoot off all these big like reveals. Apparently, one of our buddies is also a weapon. Who knew?
Yeah, but
and that has
which is not true.
And that has no purpose to serve.
It has no basis in the manga in the original canon. So yeah, they just kind of it was in the same situation as the original Full Metal Alchemist. They just didn't handle it as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Andrew, you want to go next?
Yeah, I will. Okay. So, as a kid, I watched, classic Pokemon. I was super into not necessarily Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Ew, the worst one!
I beg to differ. I think it's the best one.
I'm gonna throw down a face down.
Yeah, the 4Kids dub too.
How can you say no to Taya and her vows of friendship? Come on.
Okay,
friendship.
but
let's play like little fairies.
Okay, but that's like how I did that, and then, all that stuff happened, and then, I'd kind of just been like whatever, just been doing my own shit and all that stuff. Found out Toonami got canceled. It was a little late. I was like, what?
They were on
Wait,
their last legs anyways.
what? I saw that end thing. So as soon as I saw that, I saw a bunch of people in the comments talking about a petition to bring it back. So I joined the petition group on Facebook. I'm still in the petition group. I have something really funny to talk about too about that. But yeah, we did that, and then once Toonami came back, I told myself, okay, to help improve the ratings, you're going to have to like one of the shows. You're going to have to watch and like one of the shows that's here, I said. So I didn't really care for the things that they were playing, pretty much. Cowboy Bebop was late, so I didn't really want to watch it then because it was late. It was like midnight and whatever. So I latched onto a little show called Dead Man Wonderland.
Yeah.
As that, and it was after I'd watched what is it? Also, another thing that I watched a bunch was Interstellar 5555.
The Daft Punk.
The Daft Punk movie, the Daft Punk anime movie, and I love that movie, by the way. But yeah, I latched on to Dead Man Wonderland, and after it finished, I was like, whoa, okay, that was good. 2 months later, I hadn't watched anything since then. 2 months later, I was bored on Netflix one night, and I go, I'm bored, there's nothing good, I'm gonna check the anime section, see what's here. So I watched another little anime called Elfen Lied. I watched the first 6 episodes it's 13 episodes, so I think I watched the first 6 or 7 in one night, and then in the next morning I woke up and watched the rest of the show. Then after that, I think maybe a week had passed, and I told myself that I was going to watch more. So I watched High School of the Dead in one night. I started about 9 o'clock, and I finished about 3 a.m. I watched High School of the Dead till like 3 a.m. I've done that twice now, marathoning it. And then eventually it led me to something like Rosario and the Vampire.
You watched that?
I watched the entire series in a weekend. And that's kind of how I got into anime. It's a really weird story because it wouldn't be something that would get you into anime. And then I think I went to High School DxD, and that was the first one I'd ever watched subbed. High School DxD was the first time I had ever watched sub. I'm losing all my credibility here. Steven's just not having it.
If I had a table to flip, I would flip it.
Says the guy who talks about the dub for High School DxD. Like,
I know, I watched High School DxD sub first because I was like, is there a dub out? And they're like, it's probably never going to get dubbed, just because of the content nature. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm going to watch the sub. So I watched the sub in a day. A lot of the early animes that I watched, I marathoned.
And we're etchy.
Yeah, and we're etchy.
Worth
But
pointing out.
but towards the end, I trying to remember the first really good one that I'd seen, that led me to everything. I don't know. I think it may have been Steins Gate, which was in June. I'd just been watching, like, I don't know, ecchi crap. I watched an anime called Stigma of the Wind.
Oh, that one.
I think I remember that one.
So yeah, I
remember
think
trying to watch it and I couldn't get past a certain episode. I can't remember what though. It's so long ago.
I liked it, but sadly the mangaka died, so the series is left unfinished.
That's why I stopped.
Didn't the
There we
same
go.
happen to the author of Zero no Tsukaimiya?
Yep. Actually,
It's
I
funny
was surprised there's a reference to that in Steins Gate, and I totally didn't get it until.
It's funny because there's because I think it's called Kaze no Stigma, and it's I don't know, something sounds similar to Skamia. I don't know, whatever it is. There's
Zero
some
no Tsukaima?
yeah, the name is similar, because I sometimes get confused between Kaze no Stigma and that show. But yeah, I think Steins Gate was the first one that I had watched that was good, and that took me a while to actually get into, because it took me a month to watch the first 6 episodes, and it took me a week to watch the last bit.
That's valid.
So that's kind of how I got into anime.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then you
Well,
can
just-
watch Aquarion EVOL in a day because it's stupid fun.
Yeah, I'm weird with what I marathon. You'd be surprised.
No, I could watch it. I could watch Aquarion EVOL in a day.
Yeah, Aquarion EVOL is so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's good for all the wrong reasons, but it's good nonetheless.
Dat donut. All of the donuts. Whenever you see this one character, she always has a donut in her hand, pretty much.
When I clap my hands, what's between them? Nothing. Just like what's in the middle of a donut.
And then he's like he's making a reference to something without her. This donut is nothing but dough or something like that.
Yeah, and then it's just like you must eat at the emptiness within you and stuff.
Eat out the emptiness.
Yeah, you must eat at the emptiness within you. It's just like when you eat at the emptiness within a donut when you eat the outer part. It's just the metaphors are so bad.
It's so I don't know. I don't necessarily think they're metaphors. They could be innuendos. I mean,
I don't know. I kind of liked when they were like doing all the whole metaphors,
yeah.
and then like it's funny because like I actually understood like half of the ones when I was watching it in Japanese. So like the last one, they totally screwed up. They go like ana yori dango. For those of you that actually know the original show Hana Yori Dango, you'd know that it means boys over flowers. Here it means boys over holes. And yeah.
Yeah, bros before hoes, bros before holes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is this show?
It is glorious. That's what it is. It is awesome. I love it. I was going to watch the original Aquarion before, but I had heard bad things about the original. Looking on Hummingbird, the reviews are like, a lot of them are giving it like 3 out of 10s. So I didn't really find it worth it.
The original Aquarion was that it had no idea what it wanted to be in terms of the plot, and it was pretty much just a stupid show that was focused on like the power of love and everything as a similar motif, but it was Aquarion EVOL just steps it up another notch.
Oh my god, I
Took it
love
up to
I love
11.
the card dude with the voice. I don't know his name, but he's like, "You feel the pulse of Aquarion." Like, I freaking
Are
love
you
that
talking
dude.
about Fudo Zen?
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's my favorite character. If I could cosplay as anyone, that would be him.
dubbed, he's awesome. I love his voice dubbed.
He's great, even subbed. It's fabulous. I want that like pirate suit with that horrible hat,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it's great. I
Had a stroke there or something?
I'm speechless. I can't actually articulate what I want to say.
Yeah.
About Aquarion EVOL.
The show is freaking good if you
It's
get the
so
chance.
dumb. It makes me dumb.
Yeah. Isn't it your second favorite anime?
It's now my favorite. It used to be Steins Gate I liked better, but I'm finding myself just enjoying myself more watching EVOL. That I would say in terms of favorites, EVOL's my favorite. But in terms of something that's smart, Steins Gate is much smarter.
Yeah.
Much, much, much smarter.
And we constantly make references to what is it, Arya and the Scarlet Ammo, where the guy gets kind of like he gets the ability to get super smart when he gets excited.
Oh yeah.
Well, the main character of Aquarion flies whenever he gets excited.
Yep, he'll float
boy.
for just about anyone.
Yeah, well, not only
According to
that,
his love interest.
it's whenever he has any like really emotional things, because if he gets really angry, you can see
or
him
really
freaking fly.
scared.
Yeah, or really scared, you fly like. Because I just watched episode 13 because that's all that's been released dubbed so far. Like I said, yeah, he like freaking goes in with these giant wings coming out of his like body and, I love it.
The ending,
Oh my God.
though, the ending of the show. When you get there, let me know what you think of the final episode. Oh my god. Wow.
The final episode's called Love. That's all I know.
It's just wow. I can't believe they went that
Never mind.
far.
And a lot of it, you don't have to watch the original Aquarion series to get it. Like, I'm getting it
No, you
perfectly
don't.
fine. However, they do reference the original Aquarion
Oh
series.
yeah, heavily. Like you get more out of it if you've seen it.
Yeah, if you've seen the original Aquarion, then definitely watch this. If
But,
you haven't,
yeah.
don't worry about watching the original. You'll still have a good time regardless.
You'll have a fabulous time. I still need to watch the first series. I'm gonna get that over Christmas at some point.
It does have a save.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna grab. I'm just gonna grab that DVD set and basically just marathon it at some point over Christmas.
I love you, save editions. You're the best.
I kind of don't like it because the packaging is really ugly.
With the green spine.
Yeah, it's just really ugly. I don't like save editions, but they're so cheap that I'm just like, it's kind of worth it. So I'm gonna do it with Aquarion, like Genesis of Aquarion, because that one's not something that I'd care to ever look at again.
Yeah.
Probably, because it'll all be about EVOL.
Speaking of buying anime, I bought 3 anime with the birthday money that I got. I have Summer Wars on Blu-ray and DVD. I have Shuffle, finally, because I always talk about Shuffle, so I finally got Shuffle on DVD, the save edition. And I also got the save edition of Beck,
Neat.
because I'm going to show that one to my friend, hopefully. If she decides
I
to
have
be
one quick
stopping.
addition to make to my anime story. How I got into
What?
anime. I think Naruto
We should
actually
actually talk about that. Actually,
Hmm?
we should talk about that. Getting
Yeah.
into-
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah.
Wait, Bling, have you told
after
your
the
story?
after the EVOL story?
Real quick,
Have you
I'm
told your
sorry.
story, Bling?
No, but I'll let PieLord.
I have to make
I'll
an
let PieLord
alteration.
add to his.
Naruto is actually my gateway anime, because the reason I started watching Attack on Titan is because I started to watch Naruto Shippuden, because I watched Naruto as a kid, and then I'm like, oh, I need to watch that because I like Naruto, so I'll go watch that. I don't like it anymore, but I still like the first half of Shippuden. That's good stuff.
Believe it.
Anyways, I started watching that, and I started watching like chapter and episode reviewers of Naruto, and then they started doing Attack on Titan, and I'm like, what's Attack on Titan? And I decided to go watch it, and then the rest of the story continues, and then we're here. And MrBling, you may proceed.
That's actually a pretty good transition because technically, I'm not going to go into what I watched before I knew what anime was. So, yeah, the first thing I did watch that I knew what anime was Naruto, and I also read Full Metal Alchemist and Ranma 1/2. Towards the end, as time went on, though, I just focused more on Naruto because I caught up with Full Metal Alchemist and I just stopped Ranma. So I just watched Naruto like all the time. But then around the time that the first half was ending, like I really started to hate it with a serious passion. And with that, I kind of got the mindset, because I was still fresh to anime, I got the mindset that if this is what it's all going to be like, then I'm just not going to do it anymore. So I was on a hiatus for like 5 years, until like my junior year of high school, where I watched Yu Yu Hakusho and Trigun, which I wouldn't say are gateways, but they just personally really, I just thought they were awesome. So I just thought, okay, anime, you've got my attention again. And I pretty much just watched a bunch of other stuff, like Cowboy Bebop, and yeah, that's how I got here today.
Okay, I want to do a news update quickly. Ding 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 ding. Roll the news update. Yeah. So we actually there's been information that got out about a show called Poopa, or in English, my cute little sister can't help but consume my flesh.
Yeah.
And apparently, it is going to be airing in January now. They moved it back from the fall season because, well,
January.
Fall season's almost over.
Did they say a specific date? Because
Yeah.
it might be coming out on my birthday.
They did not set a specific date.
Okay.
And another thing about it, apparently, not confirmed or anything, but apparently the episodes are going to be 5 minutes long.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, sadly.
Way to
Apparently
go,
that's what I've been
Studio
hearing.
D. Fucking
Actually,
Studio D.
I shouldn't be surprised, because I don't know
Okay,
how
cool,
this
cool.
is gonna work out. Because I've read every single plot summary that there is, and it's just she's a monster that eats her
How m-
brother's flesh, and he regenerates.
How many
I
episodes?
don't know how you make a series out of that.
I don't know how you make it horror at 5 minutes. As an
Yeah.
episode.
How many
Like,
episodes?
It's gotta be comedy shorts now.
Yeah. It's got to be like monochrome.
It's gonna be the
Oh god, Monochrome.
the
That's
spiritual
awesome
successor
shit.
of Saipu.
Oh no.
Come on, you know we gotta mention
Instead of
it.
wanting to fuck
No.
her, she wants to eat.
Yes.
I should have never mentioned that.
Come on, a Cyclops, and now it's a man-eating monster. There's
Yeah.
not much difference.
There's gonna be transitions.
Sai
With every
pupa.
every 2 episodes, like
Saipu.
Poopa.
Saipupa.
I
No.
Oh my God.
No. The transitions are gonna be like a little title card, and then One-chan.
Oh, Nate-chan. Oh, Nate-chan. Oh, God. I'm just fearing for my life because I just realized that I remember that I have the first episode of the fan dub written, and it's on my computer.
You heard it here, folks.
Oh, God.
He
If I can
writes the
find
fan
voice
dub.
actors to
I
do
think-
it, then
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna like marathon Pupa, depending on how long it is.
I'll probably marathon.
Is it 12 episodes? Like 24?
I don't know.
'Cause if it's like
They're
all I know
five
is
episodes,
something like
apparently
that,
it's
I can
5
watch
minutes
it as a
minutes
long.
long
movie.
each, though.
Apparently it's
I'd still
5
watch
minutes
it
long.
as a movie for if it was 24 episodes.
It's unfortunate because if it had gotten picked up immediately at the fall season, I think it would have been, full episodes.
I
But
think,
because of all the gore and stuff, I think it's getting cut down. So
or maybe
I
that's
think
why it
it's kind of
wasn't being
unfortunate.
picked up.
No, it was just super gory. That's why it wasn't being picked up.
Super gory and only 5
Gore.
minutes. I think it's just gonna be. I don't know. I think it's gonna be
Okay,
like a
so that's the end
5-minute
of the
gif
news.
Just somebody stabbing somebody.
That's the end of the news update.
So should we just name off what we think are gateway animes?
Yeah, sure. Do it.
Oh
Go.
man, I gotta go through my entire list of all
You
things.
do that because
I
I don't
don't
know. I don't know any.
I'm
gateway
mentioning mine, Guilty Crown.
personally.
No.
Funny you say
I
that because I was gonna say that.
Yes.
I'll get back to mine later.
That is so gateway.
Yeah, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh man, I
gotta
want."
show them shit so that they have appreciation for good stuff.
Yeah.
Although some would argue that Guilty Crown fits that description.
No,
Kind
it's
of,
gonna
yeah.
be like, "Oh, Guilty Crown. This is really good," or like really okay.
Or Death Note and then into Guilty Crown.
And then they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I want some more stuff like Guilty Crown." Oh, what's
But
this?
definitely Death
what's
Note.
This Attack on Titan with the same composer and animation studio and
Studio Wits. Oh god.
and
I don't know.
same voice actor for Shu is the one for Aaron. What? I might just
I watched
this.
the English dub, so. Also, the same actually the same Japanese actor for Shu is the same as the one for Aaron,
Huh.
as the one for the fat kid from Excel World, and as the main character of High School DxD.
Issei?
Yes, he is Issei. Aaron, Shu, and Issei are all the same person. Conspiracy theory. Dun dun dun. And the fat kid from Excel World, but that show kind of sucks. So
I'm gonna grab all the boobies.
show can suck a dick.
I see you found the legendary card, Steve.
All right, continue.
Actually, pretty soon I'll have the biggest, blackest dick. But
Okay.
that's when I cut it out of the biggest, blackest, the bigger, blacker box. So that's coming in the mail next week.
Oh boy.
Wait, did he get the legendary card?
Do you have Thunder?
Oh,
You can
No.
say it.
There are no girls.
PieLord, I gave you permission to say it. Scream it.
I don't think I want to scream it. My sister just got home.
Oh, okay.
Thunder cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is-
I'm thinking of good, like, true gateways, because in terms of anime, I mean, while anime's weird and wacky, I feel like people that don't know anime would want something that's not nearly so strange in premise.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like
Oh.
they would go into it, they'd want something that they can understand as a story where it doesn't look like something stupid or something immature.
Yeah, not Baka and Test. Baka and Test would
How
not be a
about
good gateway
Ghibli
anime.
films?
Ghibli films, I
films.
think, would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Come on, Disney releases them over here.
Specifically Totoro and
My friend loves
Spirited
all the
Away.
Ghibli movies, but he's not.
Yeah,
in
but I know
anime
people.
yet.
I know like.
Exactly.
Well, I think age is like a factor because if you try showing a lot of like, or at least I've tried it. Like if you tried showing teenage kids like Ghibli films, they would think this is just some really weird shit.
That's
Or-
funny
or they would
because
think that they-
Like
that it's
my-
that is the exact reaction I got when I showed someone Spirited Away.
my friend, my teenage friend, by the way, same age as me, loves the Ghibli films, like all of them, and like a lot.
Oh my god, speaking of Spirited Away, I just gotta mention this. Apparently,
Like a serious.
the
Ghibli
finale of The Legend of Korra Season 2 directly rips off Spirited Away and a few other things. That shows a train wreck to begin with.
Anime
Nothing new.
influenced, more like anime ripped off.
Let's see. Like, I can't think of very many things that would be good outside of slice of life, but slice of life is something that you've really got to have a taste for, right?
Let
Yeah.
me check my completed
Mhm.
list.
Like, I enjoyed Nodame Cantabile because it was a true romantic comedy with nothing truly weird. It had some, slapstick cartoon humor, but that's what you expect out of cartoons, especially as a Westerner.
Yeah.
So, I think Nodame is actually not too bad for somebody that likes romantic comedy. But I'm probably the only one here who's seen it, so...
I'll add it to my PTW.
I mean, well, I was just gonna say I can't really
maybe
comment on what's a good.
Psychopaths.
That might be too complex for people.
Maybe.
Definitely not
It
Steins.
definitely feels like sci-fi,
that's like
though.
showing someone Ghost in the Shell for the first time.
That's like showing toddlers Serial Experiment Lane.
If you're
Oh,
already
yes.
in your late
Wow.
teens, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I noticed that it's mostly teenagers that get into watching anime.
Yeah.
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 Teeny
If you're in your late
boppers.
teens, it's not bad, but if you're like 12 to 15, I don't know if you'd want something particularly complex as your first anime watching experience.
If you're 12 to 15 and you're going through a little thing called puberty and you have those urges, watch High School DxD.
Yeah.
I can't even argue there.
That'll teach you the facts of life. You
High
don't
School
need your
DxD and High
hormones
School of the
to do
Dead.
that.
It will truly set you free.
It'll be like Tetris.
Talking about free, I think free would be a very good gateway anime.
No.
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 I don't really think
No.
so.
Never.
No, not at
No.
all. Not at
Maybe
all.
if you're a
No matter
prepubescent
who
teenage
it
girl.
I kid, just
No.
don't kill me.
Show a teenage boy High School DxD. Things will just fall into place. You'll see it. You'll feel some things. You'll notice a bottle of lotion in the corner of the room. And there's the
about-
facts of life for you.
What about Toradora?
That could work, but the thing is, I feel like in order the perfect gateway thing would, I feel like the best way to get someone into anime is to show them something that's dubbed.
Code Geass.
I agree.
I feel like showing someone something subbed might not give them the motivation to
Oh,
watch it or whatever.
Actually,
You kind of have to work
Baccano.
into sub.
Baccano.
Baccano.
Now that I think about it,
Nah, I don't know.
it's
That might
kind
be
of a surprise I managed to
because
get into anime.
everyone I talked to said at first it's really confusing. I mean, I
Oh,
didn't
that's
feel that way,
true.
but like because just the way it's structured.
Yeah, it might,
That might be a
make you
little
uninterested after a
If you can
little
get
while.
if you can have someone get past those few episodes, by all means.
Yeah.
But I tried showing somebody Baccano and he was too confused by the first 3 episodes and he quit.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know.
I was
Well,
confused
he-
by the first couple of
I
seconds.
failed to convert him
I don't know
anyways.
what's going on with that little girl and that
Star
old man.
Driver goes out the window.
I'm not trolling here. I honestly believe this would probably be a good gateway anime, Naruto.
School days.
It is. Naruto.
No,
Just because of based on the stories. I mean, because it was for me technically, although I regret it now. You know, it was for PieLord and a bunch of other people I've talked to, like, because it does hit home to the, you know, teenage boys going through puberty because it's all angst or
And
loudmouth,
believing.
whatever's. Yeah, and believe it.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Thank you.
but unfortunately, it's a double-edged sword because from watching Naruto, you become either a tard, or B someone who goes and tries to find other anime because, well, I mean, Naruto goes on forever, and eventually you got to grow out of it. Hopefully,
I've never really been someone to defend anything I really liked to the death. So I never became a tard, but I secretly had hate for anybody that said something bad about Naruto for a while.
Naruto. Believe it. Believe it.
And Andrew, you said that a good way to like introduce someone to anime would be like to show them a dub show.
Yes.
It's kind of a surprise I managed to get into anime because I was watching Naruto Shippuden, right? And I was basically marathoning that thing. I marathoned a whole like 200 episodes, I think, in like a couple weeks. And I was watching it dubbed because there was the dubbed episode. There was like a couple dubbed episodes released, and then the dubbed episodes I couldn't watch anymore without like getting like a Hulu membership or something. And so I just like I forced myself to watch the subbed episodes, but if I hadn't like endured through like 100+ episodes of subbed, I probably wouldn't have been able to get into anime. maybe. Because by the time I like started watching Attack on Titan, I was already used to the sub. So, yeah. And now I primarily watch sub. Except
Yeah,
maybe
I
Deadman
found
Wonderland
that
and
showing people
Baccano
dubbed
so far.
shows first. Oh, so what would you say?
I said I primarily watch sub shows except like Deadman Wonderland and probably Baccano. I think those are the only two. And a couple episodes of Naruto and Soul Eater. Yeah.
Naruto and Soul Eater.
Well, I was just gonna say,
Interesting.
I think showing people dub shows, like, I think it kind of helps to make to where they're not like such, elitists about whatever form they like more. Because I mean, I just because it seems like with most people who start with sub shows, it's they start thinking like it's the best because that's what it originated from, and but people who start with English shows, they just say like I just prefer to hear it in English.
Yeah,
Like it's either I don't mind subs or I'm okay with waiting for a dub.
that's kind of how like I am. I'm like, well, I'm not like if I really want to watch a show, I won't wait for the dub. I'll watch the sub.
Yeah,
But if the
Unless
dub's out,
the dub's
I'll
already
watch.
started.
Yeah, if the dub's out, I'm like, all right, I'll watch the dub.
Like,
I
you're
mean,
stuck waiting on EVOL.
yeah, I am stuck waiting on EVOL, but I wanted to watch it dubbed because of the voice cast.
True.
It has such an insane voice cast that I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna watch this dub just for the
I
voice
can't
cast.
wait to watch it myself. Actually, if it gets a good dub cast, what about Gargantia as a gateway anime?
Hell yes.
haven't seen it.
I recommend it.
Haven't seen either.
Because it has a Urobuchi twist at some point, but it's not too dark, and it's not too ridiculous. I mean, you've got a mech, but it still goes from... It still has a more classic sci-fi angle to it.
Animech is
If that
probably
makes sense.
the greatest AI in like anime history. One of the greatest AIs.
Yeah, anime history, sure. Film history, not so much.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
EVOL? It's a whole novel EVOL? No, I'm joking.
Uh,
You need to watch it.
you already
Seriously.
had your 20-minute rant on EVOL.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Space Odyssey for the win. No, I think another thing that goes into a gateway anime is that you like, especially when you're trying to show someone else something, you really need to aim it more towards their preferences.
That's true. Which is why I was saying Nodame or Toradora for people who want romance. But
Mhm.
when it comes to something that's sci-fi or actiony, I would say Gargantia, or maybe the original Gundams if they really like sci-fi.
Yeah.
But I personally don't really like Gundam too much, and I had a hard time getting into them. And yet, I'm not sure what serious mech show would actually make a hardcore science fiction fan really want in on that. Someone who reads a lot of fantasy, though, would absolutely love something like Full Metal Alchemist, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, like sci-fi in particular, you gotta be sure to nail down which sci-fi they prefer because I tried showing an old buddy of mine a bunch of. He wasn't so much in the giant robots version of sci-fi, more like because he was a huge Trekkie. So I showed him a bunch of like anime that were close to Star Trek, like space operas. So I showed him Bebop, Outlaw Star,
Legend of
Captain
the
Tyler.
Galactic Heroes.
No, I didn't show him that. Like, it had to be in English. So yeah, and like I showed him all of these. He loved them. Well, he didn't like Bebop, but he loved all these shows. But he just still didn't get into it because like he couldn't find anything else that was space opera-y. So he quit.
Space opera?
Because it's not space opera, really.
Yeah, like I mean,
Like, you gotta
not-
diversify
it's-
your tastes.
it's not Star Trek-esque.
Wait, you said space opera?
Yeah,
Interstellar 5555.
not
No.
opera.
How many
as in
fives is that?
Singing.
4 fives?
It's
That's,
fives.
Four fives.
that's just what they call like stuff like Star Trek.
Why 4 fives? Why not
Battlestar
5 fives?
Galactica.
It
And
makes me
Star
angry.
Wars.
Space opera.
And Star Wars.
It is classified as a space opera, though.
Well, not in
Well,
that
well, well.
respect. There's no singing.
Well, there is. A little bit.
Talk about singing. High School Musical is
No.
not an anime, but it's an amazing movie series.
God.
It is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, it's pretty cool stuff.
Not gonna lie, when I was younger, I sang along and went to see it in theaters.
I even went to see it
yeah.
in theaters. I did.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now,
Please tell me you have a gateway
I
show.
seriously want to
Yeah.
go rewatch it,
Well,
and like
I know
honestly
some
just for the
people-
comedy. Because
Wait,
it's
Snagret
probably
saying
really
something?
hilarious now.
Snagret?
Snagret
Yeah.
saying something on high
I
school.
know some people who like watch Fairy Tail and stuff, Bleach.
Oh, fairy
Yeah.
tale.
Fairy Tail, sure.
I'm pretty
Bleach.
sure
Hey, if they
that's-
get into it with
that's-
Bleach, fantastic. You can only go uphill from there.
I've been hearing a lot of people saying that
I mean,
when they were watching the EVOL trailer, they were watching it and they're like, I was hooked as soon as it said by the creator of Fairy Tail.
Wow, I was hooked as soon as it said "Hello, nurse."
Hello, nurse.
Yeah. I'm not surprised with the Bleach thing, though, because, I mean, when I was getting into Naruto, I was the only one that actually, read Naruto. As far as Big Three Alliance, everyone I knew was into Bleach.
Big three.
The only Bleach fan I ever knew, later on, became the biggest brony I've ever seen.
Oh, that's...
Big
Oh.
physically or big emotionally?
We should probably wrap this up
Yes.
soon, but before we
Yes.
wrap this up, I have
Well.
to explain the petition story because I just remembered it because you mentioned the big three. So, I was one of those that was okay, just sitting here and I'm like, I don't really know any anime, any recommendations. They recommended me Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, all that stuff. I was looking at them. That's all they pretty much watch, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is shit. Like, what the I've been watching anime for a year, and I have more experience. What the No, I'm done. So I left the group, the Facebook group, because I was like, I'm not gonna deal with these people. The big three. This is big three group, not Toonami Freak.
To be fair, Toonami seemed to only broadcast the big three, and then some other stuff that was not really that good either.
Towards the end, no, it was not.
Technically,
Even in the
they're
beginning, it wasn't that great, but
Well, in the beginning, it wasn't even Tom, it was Moltar.
all I was watching
Voltar.
all I was watching
Or, no,
on
Moltar,
Toonami
yeah.
was Dragon Ball Z, and that was it.
Dragon Ball Z. I know people who are obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, and they constantly talk about Dragon Ball Z and Bleach, and then all that stuff.
rock
I'm
the
like,
dragon.
Even though they're over.
yeah, they're constantly talking
That's
about
sad.
it and talking about all their theories about it. I'm like, this is freaking
That's
annoying.
almost as sad as the people I know who are still obsessed with Death Note.
Death Note.
It's over, damn it!
Death Note.
That is sad because Dragon Ball Z and that were like 100 plus episodes. Death Note was like what 30, 40 episodes.
It's funny because the second half of
37.
Death Note took a giant
37.
dump on all of the fans.
And yet the ones I know think it's a fucking masterpiece. They won't watch anything else but watch Death Note 24/7.
Death Note. Death Note. Death Note. Death Note. Death Note. Death Note.
Those
Death Note.
guys.
Death Note.
If you
This
had
really
a
was
Death
Naruto.
Note,
Oh, that's what we should end it off on that question. If you had a Death Note, who would you kill?
Well,
no, let's not. No,
It is perfect question.
no. A question for the comments is, what was your gateway anime? God
Yes.
damn it.
All right,
And
fine,
also,
yeah.
who would you kill with a
Yeah.
Death Note?
What was
Dual
your
question.
gateway anime?
What was
Fine.
your gateway anime? That
Nothing
is
to
the.
do with Death Notes or Aquarion.
No,
Before we
no,
wrap this
please
up.
say Aquarion. I hope you do.
Yeah. If you say Aquarion EVOL,
I will automatically know you're lying, but mad props.
yeah.
We completely left the topic just to talk about Aquarion, or you two did.
I'm sorry. It's fantastic.
It's
Well, I know now. I need to.
You will watch it, and you will come into the podcast that day, and you'll talk about it, and you'll be like, "Yeah, Aquarion EVOL," and then we'll go on like the entire podcast will just become Aquarion EVOL rant.
I can see that in the future.
Quick note.
Attack on Aquarion
Shout
EVOL.
out to my babysitter. Not now, because no. But she introduced me into Dragon Ball and Naruto. And Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Which turned out to
Yeah, I
be
heard that.
Oh yeah.
my second favorite
I would like to
game.
congratulate her, but
after
also
The
would
Last
say
of
screw
Us,
her for
which
introducing you to Naruto.
Oh, another thing, they were also the Toonami group that I was in were also the biggest fanboys of SAO that I've ever seen, and they didn't want to admit that it's utter shit.
Because they play MMOs and it's freaking, fantasy escapism.
Okay.
It is.
Can I just say real quick on SAO thing? I completely lost respect for SAO when I heard that Kirito's new nickname was the Black Swordsman. And for anyone else who's a Berserk fan, like I'm sure Snagret is,
Oh.
I just wanted to find the creator of SAO and just beat him to death with all my Berserk.
I thought
manga.
you meant. I thought it was a dirty reference. The black.
That's not a reference. That's a ripoff.
The black.
Yeah.
The Black Swordsman. If you know what
Sounds
I mean.
like a ripoff of the Dark Knight.
I
Black
am.
Swordsman,
That
if you,
Dark Knight.
If you know what I mean.
But like
Ladies.
Yeah.
the traditional Black Knight. That
I'll show you
would
my
get
black sword,
in Arthurian legend.
which makes no sense
Not bad.
since I'm not black.
I almost just said I am the one who knocks. Yeah, that's not even a Batman reference. That's a Breaking Bad reference. I don't know.
Walter.
I am Walter freaking White. Alright, and with that, we should wrap this up. So, Bling,
Alright.
Yeah.
take us into the outro.
Okay, well, we appreciate everyone listening. Episode 5 of the AniCast Project. I'm MrBling again, and today we had Andrew.
I'm Andrew, and I will have something to announce about a convention, possibly, in the next month or so.
Ooh, because I don't know about that either. Can't wait to hear it. We also had Snagret.
Yeah. See ya.
We've had Steven.
Yeah, sorry. The hockey game's getting interesting right now.
Aki comes first, eh?
Oh, Canada.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm not gonna sing that. And we've had Biotic PieLord.
I've been Biotic PieLord. Until next time, stay frosty.
Oh my god!
No.
Oh my god, I might have to bleep that. Copyright.
You're gonna piss off that dude so much.
Oh my god.
No. Just bleep out the last half of that so that everyone knows.
I'll change it up a bit. Until next time, stay chilly.
Let's end the recording.
You should just say,
Yeah.
until next time, stay gold.
Andrew, give us the cue.
Aquarion EVOL
Alright,
shit!
and Bling, you
Thanks
say
for
goodbye.
listening.
Alright, everybody.
Aquarion EVOL
Goodbye. Stop
Yeah.
recording.
Toodaloo.
Now.
Yep, stop recording.